Mark Rogers TV and Last Word on Sports, talking Big Ten football. Okay, when you have two two-loss teams, and according to Vegas, it's a pick'em game, and they both have top 20 defenses, you would think the team with the future NFL quarterback would have a huge advantage over the team that lost its starting quarterback and is going with a senior with one career start. But think again. Northwestern 23-21 over Penn State in Evanston. Let's break it down for you. As the Wildcats dominated this game early, whether it was Clayton Thorson at quarterback, who played really well in the first quarter but was knocked out due to a hip injury, had to go to the locker room with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Thorson played well, but so did his replacement, Zack Oliver, a senior from Baton Rouge, one career start against Illinois last season. In garbage time this year, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, so he hasn't played well. And if you look at the stat line, not so impressive either. 11 of 24, just 111 yards with an interception and 1 touchdown pass. But Oliver made the plays when he needed to, especially that final drive for Northwestern. Consider the Wildcats, under Oliver's direction, had dominated this game into the third quarter. At one point, Northwestern outgained Penn State 222-66, but they let Penn State hang in the game. Christian Hackenberg started this game 1 for 10, and Penn State, one of the worst third down conversion teams in America, started 0 for 5 on third downs. They are at 29%, but they started to move the ball. The key plays in this game, once Northwestern went up 20-7 in this one, that Penn State put together a 78-yard drive. Hackenberg finally started to get some time to throw. Barkley, he hit him on a wheel route, 31 yards there. Barkley scored on the Wildcat. Saquon Barkley was a kid that, as a freshman, has really taken charge of this Penn State ground attack over the past few weeks and exploded in the second half. Bottled up in the first half, finished 25 for 120 on the ground with 2 touchdowns, caught 6 out of the backfield for 50 yards as well. Nick Van Hoos really made the big play for Northwestern in the fourth quarter. So Penn State had charged back to take a 21-20 lead. Much of that to do on the most impressive play of the day, a halfback option play when Hackenberg got the ball once it hit the ground to Geno Lewis, who made a one-handed catch off the fumble, picked it up and threw a beautiful strike to Deshaun Hamilton for a touchdown to get Penn State charged up and back in the game at 20-13. Then came the Hackenberg and Saquon Barkley drive of 78 yards to make it 21-20. Penn State was going to go up by 2 scores. They were at the Northwestern 33, and Nick Van Hoos picked off Hackenberg to keep Penn State close. So the Wildcats on 4 consecutive drives in the third and fourth quarter could not move against the Penn State defense, only averaging 10 yards per drive. But it was the final drive. It was not a thing of beauty, but they ground out a 10-play, 36-yard drive to get Jack Mitchell in field goal range from 35 yards. Should be a chip shot for the game winner, right? Well, Mitchell had already missed 2 field goals and an extra point, despite coming into the game at 14 for 18. Mitchell converts. Northwestern pulls out the win over Penn State, 23-21. Wildcats now at 7-2, 3-2 in the Big Ten, take on Purdue next week. For Penn State, this is a game they needed to win to stay in the division race or get to a better bowl game. They're now 7-3, 4-2 in the Big Ten, but the schedule is backloaded for the Nittany Lions. They've got Michigan, Michigan State the next 2 weeks. They will be decided underdogs in that one. Penn State, Northwestern. Wildcats win at 23-21. Would like to hear your thoughts right here on Mark Rogers TV.